Anthony, this is the first time that we meet. Yeah, we had never talked before, but what you're doing is so powerful that I wanted to share with the community.
Thank
Why don't we start by saying your full name and what is it that you're doing?
Okay, my name is Anthony Coluzzi, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to change fire department protocol so that if someone has a fire at their house, the firemen come in and not only rescue human life first, but also pull the pets out first after the humans are out. Because
Unfortunately, you just went through an episode on your own.
right, in my particular case, what happened was I walked out of my house, so I was good, but the fire chief made a determination to put the fire out first and then get the pets out. But by the time the fire was out, I lost two of my cats.
I'm so sorry. So sad to hear it. And I'm so sorry for your loss. But why don't you take us a step by step how this happens? I mean, you said that you step out of your home and how the fire started. Or
Yes,
why?
well, on August 5th of this year, I had a fire in my house, and I believe it started in one of my bathrooms. And when it started, I immediately ran upstairs because that's where the fire was on my second floor, and I was trying to rescue some of my pets. And I was very grateful because within 5 minutes, the fire department had arrived. So I immediately ran out of my house because I needed help. So I ran up to the fire chief, which is like the lead firefighter, and I explained to him I need help rescuing my pets. The smoke is getting thick.
So people will know what are your pets or who were your pets.
I have several cats and I have 3 dogs.
Okay.
And I had at the time 4 cats upstairs on the second floor. 2 were in my bedroom.
Where the fire was happening.
That's where the fire was, correct. So I ran outside to ask for help, and I was informed that the fire chief, the protocol that he follows is to get human life out first, which obviously would be me. I walked out, and then to put the fire out. When I explained to him, I have pets, we need to pull the pets out at the same time. Of course, fight the fire, but you got to pull the pets out. These are dogs and cats. Their lungs are not big like our lungs. They're going to die. He just did not want to be bothered. He was disinterested. His focus was just putting the fire out. So when he wouldn't help me, what I did was I took it upon myself and I ran around the back of my house and I got in. The door was open. I got my dogs to safety. I rescued, I think 2 or 3 cats from downstairs. And when I was going back into my house for the 3rd time to get more pets, unbeknownst to me, the fire chief had sent the police, because the police come when you have a fire, to come find me. When the police came in the backyard, they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm rescuing my pets." They said, "You can't go back in because the house is on fire." I said, "Well, technically my bathroom is the one that's on fire and I have a very big house." I said, "Where I'm going, there's no fire, no smoke, so I'm good. But if I can't go back in, can you rescue my pets?" And they said, "No, that was not their job."
Wow.
I said, "Okay, this is the police, not the fire department yet." So I said, "Okay, can you at least open the door for me? I'll call them and they'll come out." They said, "No, we're not doing that either."
Well, because probably the first thing that they do, they always advertise that the first thing that you do is closing doors, and probably that's why they didn't want to open.
But the fire was only on my second floor. It wasn't on the first floor, which is where the pets were at the time.
Oh my God.
Most of them. So I said, I have to go back in. When I said I have to go back in, the police tackled me down. I was injured. They handcuffed me and dragged me to the front of my house.
That's crazy.
To watch it burn, knowing that my pets were inside. I'm in handcuffs, and I said to one of the police officers, "Please bring me back to the fire chief." So I went back to the fire chief in the handcuffs, all messed up from being thrown on the ground, whatever. I said, "Please, can you rescue the pets? They're nowhere near the fire. No one's going to get burned. They're in a separate room." And all the fire chief did was turn his back to me. So no, he just turned his back like he didn't want to be bothered.
Incredible.
When that happened, no one helped me. I just totally
So
shut down.
you have your house in fire, your
Yes,
animals and in jeopardy. Okay, you try to rescue them, you get attacked.
right.
Okay, and then and now, so what happened?
Well, after I was placed in the handcuffs, they dragged me across the street. I was across the street for several hours watching the house burn because I think what happened was the fire then spread and went up to my third floor. And eventually they put the fire out, and then they started pulling some pets out at that time. And when they did that,
Were they alive?
no, I
Oh,
lost two cats in the fire. The
oh,
ones I had pets in the kitchen, they were still alive, but they should have been brought out immediately. So my whole point is, when there's a fire and it's feasible and you can send a fireman in to rescue the pets, get them out right away. You can't
yes, yes.
wait 2, 3, 4 hours to rescue a pet
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to get harmed. Now, my situation, my house is like a big box, and I have all rooms. My pets were in rooms that were nowhere near the fire. They could have been rescued very easily, and no one would have been harmed. But I just didn't get any help. Had I known that this was going to happen, I would have never left my house. I would have never went outside. I would have stood in that house and gotten every pet out. In fact, the sad part is, before I walked out, I was trying to get the two cats that died, and I couldn't because the smoke was too thick. And I said to Lauren, one of the cats that passed away, I'll be right back to get you.
Oh,
And then I
yes,
was never allowed to go back in the house.
yes. I'm
And I
so
can
sorry.
hear her every night crying for me to help her. So if I can change the protocol of the fire departments
Mm-hmm.
where I live, or wherever they don't follow the normal
Yes,
protocol.
yes. I think, I mean, the reason I wanted to make this conversation is that we we don't know, we don't realize that in an emergency situation that could happen to another person. It's really a disgrace the way they acted, like with that lack of humanity towards a living thing. So, but the reason I wanted to do this is because I want to help you share what the changes that you're trying to build, not only where you are, but also making people acknowledge that this could happen to them on their neighborhoods, wherever they live, because those are things that we don't really pay attention to normally, but it is so important. And then you're having a petition going on, and then you have like how many signatures now?
I think we're close to 700. My petition,
Okay, yeah, here.
okay, yes, it's change.org/help stop pet fire deaths. We have 657 right now.
Yes.
I'm trying to get a couple of thousand to make a change
Okay,
because I'm
so
trying to educate people in the pet community, because what I went through, no one should have to go through. There was no reason why any of these girls should have died.
absolutely. So what is going to be the process of this? After you have the signatures, you're going to take them where? Where this goes?
Well, the signatures are going to my local legislator, Kara Han, and then to my assemblyman and I believe my congressman, because from what I understand, each firehouse follows their own protocol. It shouldn't be like that. We should have one standard procedure for everybody. In Manhattan, and I've confirmed this, they get human life out first, and once they isolate the fire, they pull the pets out right away. If we're gonna just get human life out first and fight the fire until it's out and pull pets out, we might as well not even bother. Then they're not gonna make it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to
Okay.
educate people because I thought where I lived that the pets got out right away.
Yes, yes.
I
I
had
mean,
the sign on my door. I had all their names. I have all their pictures, but it was ignored. And I don't fault the firemen that were there if that's their procedure, but we need to change the procedure because no other pets should die when they could easily be rescued.
absolutely, absolutely. No, this is something that we all have to get educated on. Definitely support you and help you.
So you have to really research it. And I'm asking people to sign my petition. I want to make a difference. I don't want any other pets to die needlessly. I also have a Facebook page, and the Facebook page is in memory of Lauren and Lydia. Those are
Okay.
my pets that died, and people can go there. There's a link there too.
Mhm.
But if my girls can help another pet to save another pet from dying the way they did,
Yes.
that would
Yes.
be that would be, I guess, something good that can come out of this
Mhm.
tragedy.
Mhm. So you have find out that each firehouse is independent on the way they work.
Yes, because by me, one firehouse might not save pets immediately, whereas a couple of towns away, another fire department might. It's not uniform. It all
Mhm.
should be uniform. We should all follow the
Exactly.
same
So
protocol.
again, that would be that is another thing that you will think is like any other agency in the government. When you go to one, it's like going to everybody else. That is the
That's what
same
I
thing.
thought. Had I
Uh-huh.
lived in a different town, maybe my outcome would have been different.
Yeah. Okay. So it,
And I had a lot of firefighters there.
it's really up to the captain of that firehouse on the regulations that they put down.
Right.
And I mean, so not, wow, that's incredible. So much power, if you think of it, to a person to be able to manage one branch of an agency on your own, however you like it.
Right. And what I'm looking to do, my petition is asking, because the fire is overwhelming, and I think sometimes we're all human, we get overwhelmed. So
Mhm.
what my petition is trying to do is on every fire, we have 2 trained firefighters that will go in, that will rescue the pets while all the other men do all the other stuff they have to do, okay?
Mhm.
And that those 2 individuals know how to do CPR. So if a
Mhm.
pet needs CPR, they can do that. Because I was also informed by the people at my house that did CPR, they're not allowed to touch pets.
Incredible.
And I never thought that was the case. I thought they did pet
Incredible.
CPR, but they don't.
Because to me, it's, I mean, it's just mind blowing because I see so many times uh people that have pets, if from the community, raising funds to buy oxygen tanks for animals on fire. So you will think that that is part of the process, or that is
Right.
part of their system. But this is something that definitely has to be spread out, and I'm going to help you to
Thank you.
so people know about this. Why don't you talk to me about your pets? So you said you have several dogs and a few cats. How many were saved?
Well, after the fire, I got 3 dogs out, and I rescued 3 cats at the time. And then
Okay.
the 2 cats that died, and I had about 4 or 5 other cats that were pulled out after the
How
fire.
are they doing? And how are they doing?
They're fine, but the only problem is they were left in the house for so long that when they were taken out, um, they suffered from eye problems and some respiratory problems.
So this is a picture of your home with all the
Yes,
firemen.
yes,
I
that's
mean,
it.
it just baffles me that so many men in there, and not even one could go inside to help save a pet.
I don't blame them.
Yeah,
But what
yeah, yeah.
boggles my mind is I had a 7 alarm fire. I had over 70 firefighters at my house. So it wasn't like we didn't have the manpower to rescue my pets. We
Mm-hmm,
had a
mm-hmm,
ton of people there. And my
mm-hmm.
pets were in rooms that the doors were closed. So
Yeah.
it was very easy to rescue them. I don't know why it wasn't done. There was just no empathy, no compassion. For when I was talking to the fire chief, I'm
Yeah.
grateful to the firefighters that did rescue some pets after
Mm-hmm,
the fire was out. I had
mm-hmm.
some very nice firefighters there. I'm not saying that, but the
Yeah.
protocol with the fire chief has to change because
Yeah.
no owner should be handcuffed, watch their house burn, and know
Uh-huh.
that their pets are dying when you can just go in and pull them out of a room.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. So what so who were the ones that you lost?
I lost 2 cats. One was Lauren, a beautiful Siamese, and the other one was a black and white cat named Lydia, who I didn't even have a year. She was
Wow.
on the street in Hungary, and I picked her up, and I thought I'd have her forever. And she had to die like that needlessly. It was a shame. And the
Well,
sad part is both of those cats died in a room that has 15 floor to ceiling windows. And all the windows were open because it was very hot out. All that needed to be done was cut the screen. they didn't have to break any glass or do anything. If
Mhm.
they were inside my house anyway, but if they had to go around the back, very easy rescue, very easy.
Mhm. Yes, they are.
Just
Oh my.
like done.
So now, so let's go now back to you. What is your current situation? I mean, are you back into the house?
No, my house is pretty much needs a total renovation. So while I'm on the property, I'm in my
Wow.
driveway, but I'm lucky because I'm in a mobile home. I have all the pets with me. We're healthy, we're good. Um, and now that I'm there, I have to rebuild my house eventually when things work out with
Mm-hmm.
that. And now my goal is just to work on this petition because I want to save other pets from dying needlessly. You know, the fire didn't bother me. Losing all my possessions didn't bother me. If they had pulled my other two cats out, this would have been a happy ending to a terrible tragedy. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care about the material stuff, but the humans, I can't replace them.
I was just going to say that that is amazing to see how, you go through such loss, a home and the pets, and all you're focusing right now is trying to help others to don't go what you went through. So I mean that is very commendable, incredible, and thank you for that. I'm so sorry that you have to experience that tragedy. We just have to try to find light
Yes,
in the darkness.
exactly.
And what you're doing is bringing light. We definitely have, to let the community know, to have them go and find out through their neighbors, through the
Yes.
neighborhoods, what is the situation with the firehouses that they have, and probably, have meetings with them, educate the community like you're doing, and trying to change these laws.
First step to make a change is to sign my petition, because
Yes.
with that, that's going to go to legislatures, that's going to go to my congressman, and then we
Mhm.
can make a change. And then
Yes.
all the firehouses can have one set procedure, and everyone will know what the procedure is. I could sign it because I'm trying to get as many signatures as I can to make a difference.
I sign it as immediately as
Oh, thank
Bridget
you.
told me, let me know, and then I know that I have other friends that have signed, but we need more signatures. So we're gonna do a big widespread out to make sure to support you, and I basically support you and support ourselves, because this is something that affects everyone. People would like to help you and send maybe donations to the doggies, or little gifts to the doggies and things, do you have a page maybe, or a way that they can reach out to you?
Yes, well, on my Facebook page, which
Mhm.
is titled "In Memory of Lauren and Lydia," there's a link, and they
Okay.
can make donations there. And what that does is it helps promote the petition.
Okay.
I'm not asking for any money. I just want
Yeah.
to promote this petition and get it out there so that people will realize, hey, wait a minute, what's the protocol where I live? Maybe the procedure isn't getting pets out right away.
Hmm.
That's what I'm looking to do. This is no, I'm not
We
getting any money out of this.
they should call it Lawrence and Lydia's law.
Yes, it's a memory. That's what I would like to happen, actually.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That would be great if they could.
So Anthony, thank you. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I do this Zoom. I usually have conversations with friends, and then, but in your case, I made a new friend. It's sad that we meet under these circumstances, but I can see the love and passion that you have for your little animals. That is the same that I have, and I can immediately connect with you at that level. So know that now you have a new friend.
Thank you. Thank you
Uh,
so much. It was a pleasure to
okay.
meet you. Thank you. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you, and thank you for talking to me. We're gonna make sure that others learn about this. So please kiss all your little kittens and your doggies for me,
I will.
and have celebrate the blessings that you have now.
Yes, I am.